Hey, Pharaoh, let my people go. Hey, they are called by my name, says the Lord. We are Biafrans, that is who we are. We don't want election in Biafra land. Chukwe, Chukubia Lulu no manyo, Chime, Chimige Piene manyo, Chukwa Biafra, Chukunyanyi Jabamba, Chuku Biafra, Chimazina Dekano. You're not a man that will lie, you're not a man, no. You're not a God that was made by the hands of men. Anya Biakotana, Kesi Bona Mama. Anya Taga for Figo, Meranya Bere. It is time, no more time again. It is now, on the it is time for that kind of freedom. Massive time on the path, it's time for new dimension. Ewune wegondo, Apache na churu yichi. Watane wegine, Apache na nyeyemi. Chuku abiama, no kenwo. See them as in the garden. Chop up your mouth, arise and scatter. You could support our home Israel because they are no run on your back. Anya Biakotana, Kesi Bona Mama, Anya Taga for Biko, Meranya Bere. It is time, no more time again. It is now, on the it is time for nothing kind of freedom. Massive time on the path, it's time for new dimension. Only you that we have Chuku. If it don't be you, they for don't take over our land. She's eating on Yendu, Mazina Dikano. She's eating on Mada, Lequano, Omani Chandene. Maga Biafra, the dragon walk on my side. I be one right, we are saying. You're not a man that will lie, you're not a man, no. You're not a God that was made by the hands of men. And you're Biakotalano, Kesi Boamuma, and you're Tagafafun, Biko Mera. It is time, Honorable Justice but it's time I it is time. koneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume koneme. And I will announce to you today, we are now fighting them back. And we will continue to fight them back until we get to a point where the international community will listen to how they kill us and how we pick up arms to fight back.
We are live and we are direct. Zoo is panicking. Zoo is panicking. I tell you the truth. It doesn't. I don't care who you are. I don't care what
I have not just I will. I have become your last bus stop. And said it from the beginning till now. I will be your end until Biafra come. Ichigo munu pachikem. Munyo nite. Ana me see you there. Unu ga no gide there aso until Biafra will come.
And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who said it in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation, as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
welcome, fellow Biafrans. Thank you so much for joining me on this evening broadcast. I appreciate everybody who has connected to this very platform this evening. I appreciate you wherever you are joining from. If you are joining from Biafra land, you are joining from any part of the zoo, you are joining from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand. Any place you are joining from, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. I welcome every one of you who have joined. Thank you so much for joining. Nzube Chukwu Franklin, thank you so much for joining. Nzube Chukwu Franklin. Dudu King, Switchside G, thank you so much for joining. Dudu King. Isioma Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining. Isioma Elizabeth, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. Amechi Jonas, my brother, you're always here. I appreciate you so much for your support. Thank you so much for joining, Amechi. Emeka Ekuma, thank you so much for joining. Emeka, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. Blessing Chukwu, thank you for joining. Blessing, I appreciate you so much for joining. Thank you, Blessing. My beloved brother, Vine Maxwell, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you so much, my brother, Vine Maxwell. You're always there doing the needful at all times. You're always there. I appreciate you so much. And may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen you. Nkem Jika, thank you so much for joining. Nkem Jika Obiechile, thank you so much for joining. Nkem Jika. Ude Angus, thank you so much for joining. Ude Angus, I appreciate you for joining. Thank you so much. Doris Idiake, thank you so much for joining. Doris, I appreciate you. Wizzy, God bless. Thank you so much for joining. Wizzy, God bless. Thank you so much for joining. Joa. It's Joa Ndogala. Thank you so much for joining, Joa Ndogala. MC Khan, you three. Thank you for joining, MC Khan. Chidex Chan, thank you so much for joining. Chidex Aham, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Mwizi God, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Chibike Paul, thank you for joining. Emeka Kuma, thank you for joining. Obioma Elekwachi, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everybody that have joined. Those I mentioned their name, those I didn't mention their name. I appreciate every single one of you who has joined me on this platform today. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide, protect, secure you, give you more inspiration, give you more strength to continue to fight this battle until the last minute. The battle is ours, and we're going to fight this battle from beginning to end. There is no going back. It doesn't matter what the enemy says. It doesn't matter how they translate it. It doesn't matter what they do to us. We cannot stop. They can't stop us. With all their blackmail and propaganda, they can never stop us. Let me tell you, everything they do against us is only to wake us up, to draw closer our actions. Everything they do to us is to wake us up and make us to stand firm, make us realize that we have to fight. If you are a genuine Biafran today and you don't know there is need for you to fight, shame unto you. If you are a genuine Biafran, at this point in time, you are still doubting. You are still waiting for somebody to beg you. You are still waiting for somebody to preach to you. Shame on you. At this particular point in time that we are in, when we are getting closer to Biafra, with all the attack that you are seeing today in the open, not hidden anymore, they can't even hide it anymore. If you are still one of those who is still waiting to be begged, you are still waiting to be begged before you do something, I tell you, I just don't know how to describe you. At this point in time, all hands has to be on deck. Every one of us have a responsibility, and we must have to continue to pursue that responsibility to make sure that Biafra comes. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter the propaganda you hear from east, west, north, and south. It doesn't matter the angle they will come. They will attack us, as you have seen. The war has intensified. They have intensified on the war in Biafra land. And what we have to do now is to stand up. Everybody must have to play their roles. If you know that thing that you are supposed to do, start doing it and stop waiting. If you know that you are genuinely a Biafran and you want freedom, this is the time for you to come in. This is the time for you to play your own role. Every single one of us have a responsibility to secure Biafran land. Today, if you are a Biafran and you are not angry, I wonder the kind of Biafran you are. If you are a man in Biafran land and you are not angry today, I don't know the kind of Biafran you are. They have provoked us to every length. They have provoked us to the limit, to the stage that we cannot be silent anymore. The provocation and the insult is so much. It's so much and unbearable. So many of you must have seen videos that are flying around. The way they are abusing our mothers, insulting our mothers. So many of you must have seen it. And after seeing that video, what do you think? You are still waiting for Master Simon to come and beg you to do the needful. You are still waiting for the autopiloted group to come and beg you to do the needful. You are still waiting to be preached for before you can stand up for yourself. After seeing everything that has been done against Biafran people, if you know that you value your life in Biafra land, this is time to stand up. You better wake up and support the ESN. If you know that you value your life, this is not just about the people. Sometimes the most ridiculous thing that some people pretend that this is about the IPOB family members. Every one of us in the old Southeastern region, we are all IPOB. But those who are family members, you think that this very war is about the family members of IPOB. It is not about the family members of IPOB. This war is about every single Biafran living in Biafran land. Any place you are. The old Southeastern region, the Southeast and the present South with Lower Benue. This is our war. It doesn't matter how rich you are. It doesn't matter how poor you are. It doesn't matter how connected you are. It doesn't matter the rank they give you. It doesn't matter what the Janjaweeds call you. I bet you this war is coming for you. If you are a Biafran and you have not woken up to do the needful, I'm sorry. you might not be alive to tell the story. It has gotten to a stage that everything has become very clear. Let me tell you, our life is in our hands. For a very long time, we have been telling you that this is a matter of life and death. Each time we broadcast, we say it is a matter of life and death. It is a matter of life and death. It is not a joking matter. And that is why everybody must stand up and fight. We have been saying that people think it's a joke. At this stage now, if you don't know that it's a matter of life and death, that means you will never ever learn a lesson. And I bet you are going to pay dearly. You are going to pay a very high price that you regret. The time has come when all hands have to be on deck. It is not compulsory that you must show yourself. It is not compulsory you must come out. But the ESN must be sponsored. That's your millions and billions you are using to go and take chieftaincy title. All those of you who are claiming to be rich people, you want to be called big name, the richest Igbo man, the richest young man. All those titles you are getting, they are useless because they are going to come after you. Every single thing we are doing, it's even for you. It's because of you. You that they give you a title. They give you a title in the zoo and they praise you. They give you escort. You are going to be the first person to go down. This rain that will fall, it will so beat you. It will so beat you that you will not be alive to tell the story. If you are just relaxing because they are giving you security in the zoo, because you think they gave you a policeman to stand behind you, sorry, you are a gunner. You are a gunner. The only defense we have in Biafra land is the ESN. The earlier you wake up and realize that, the better for you. The earlier you wake up and begin to realize that, the better for you. If after seeing the things that are playing out these few days, the videos that are coming out, the way these people are attacking Biafra people, you saw what they're doing to our mothers. You saw what they are doing to our mothers in broad daylight, and everybody pretend as if it's nothing is happening. You saw what they are doing to our mothers, and no media is reporting it. Nobody is commenting about it. They are still using the same people who are promising you political solution. What crime has our mothers committed? The only crime they have committed is that they came and told them to come and halt the monsters they have sent in Biafra land. That their children are not criminals. Their children are not kidnappers. They have not kidnapped anybody. Neither have they committed any crime anywhere. Calling their attention to come and halt the bulldog that they have released. What did they do? They came after our mothers, insulted them, abused them, kicked them. Most of you have seen the video. And in case if you have not seen the video, I'm going to play a short clip on what happened. After watching and you don't get provoked, that means you're not human. That means you're not human.
You know what I'm saying? Will that go back? Somebody to volunteer to tell us the truth so that we know how to do.
Now who now?
When I never brought those people. You see what happened? After. They say the borehole not the work. I noticed sometimes they say
Bring that. Bring that.
what are the person go come below now? You know what I'm saying? Will that go back?
I hope you saw the way our mothers have been treated. It is only a foolish man, only a stupid man will watch his wife, his sister, his mother being abused in this form, and you'll still be the same. No sensible man anywhere in the world will watch his woman, watch his wife or his sister being treated in this manner, and he will remain the same. No sensible person will do that. Look at the way our mothers have been abused. What crime have they committed? This is a country that respects the terrorists, that treats the terrorists with pamper the terrorists. A country that pampers the terrorists, give them VIP treatment. Look at the way they are treating innocent women, our mothers and our sisters, our wives. Look at the way they are being humiliated. Look at the way they are being packed in a truck, abused by uncircumcised Philistines. And yet, you want us to continue to watch. You want us to continue to sit back and watch this happen. You want us to continue to watch and see this happen. Have mercy. I have never seen this kind of thing before. It's only a foolish person that will see this. After watching this, and you'll still be watching, you remain the same. Only a foolish person. No man in the planet Earth will see his woman, his wife, his brother be abused in this form, and you will remain the same. You can never. The time has come for Biafrans to do the needful. They have provoked us to the limit. They have done everything they can do. And it has become more clearer that the people who are promising you political solution are working directly with them. This clip you saw happened in Enugu State. Same Enugu State where our people were killed by Fulani terrorists. You didn't see the military come to take action. You never see anybody captured. You didn't see anybody being arrested. And yet, our mothers came to protest, and you see what happened to them. My brother Maxwell, I saw your invitation. Please send the request again. Send the request again so that I can be able to put it out. I was trying to put it up, but it couldn't go through. This happened in Enugu State. Enugu State, where every one of us saw the evil that is happening in Enugu State. We saw the way Biafran people were massacred in Enugu State, and nobody uttered a word. Not the politicians, not Ohanes and Igbo, not anybody. The media couldn't even report it. They were still busy talking about their election. And our mothers rose up to let the world hear their voice. What did they do? The governor of Enugu State unleashed mayhem on them. On innocent women. What crime have they committed? What crime have they committed? The only crime they have committed is that they wanted to be. The only crime they committed is that they wanted to air their opinion. They wanted to make a call to the world to see what is happening. You're welcome, my brother Maxwell. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mazi Chicks. May God bless you for this wonderful work that you are doing. May God bless Biafrans. May God bless our women, our mothers, our wives, our daughters in Biafra land. May God bless the sons, our uncles, fathers in Biafra land. And may God bless all the sons and daughters of Biafra land all over the world. God bless you as you're watching us here too, for taking out your time to come and contribute in the comment section, or sharing and liking. Our God will never leave you empty.
You see?
Thank you, Mazi Chicks, for having me.
You're welcome, my brother. I hope you saw the video I played of what is happening in Biafra land, the way these people are provoking the Biafrans, the kind of insult, the kind of abuse, the kind of dehumanization that is melted on women, innocent women, our mothers, our sisters. In which planet of the earth does this kind of a thing happen?
Only in the zoo. This can only happen in the zoo. And the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called them zoo, I cannot just imagine, the level. It is only in the zoo that these things can happen. I do not know if the security operatives they sent there were men and women of good heart. You can never treat women in this manner, no matter how bad we were in our own time. Women are protected. Even if they are beating you. Some women in Kaduna beat me in uniform. I was beaten in Kaduna by some women. The only thing I did was to run away and laugh. Because how can you treat women in this kind of manner? See, let me tell you, the problem our people are going through in Biafra land is not the soldiers. I said it to you, come bear me witness. I said it severally. Look, I am over here. My father comes from here. I can decide on what to do. But I decide that I have from Abia State. And that is why I feel in everything they go through over there. I don't know how we are going to stop these things. I don't know how demons in uniforms that has taken uniform as a means of intimidating and emasculating, killing and torturing people, kneeling women down. What have they done? I have never seen this in my life before, apart from these people. What is wrong with them? Now, my issue is this, Mazi Chicks, and every Biafran that is watching me today. We need to invest so much on the first line of action, which is CSN. Exactly. Let them continue to protect our forests. And like I said, the war we are fighting is against our own people. So many of them are even in the comment section commenting right now as we speak. So many of them are there commenting, telling you if you think that why can't you come home? That is what some of them will be saying at the comment section. But my issue is those people, our people in Biafra land. And that is my problem. What are we going to do is the next thing that we have to be talking about. If it is contribution, I believe our people can do that. I believe that they can do that. If it is, I don't know. Because I have said it time without number that these people have monopoly of power. Look at what is happening there. Did you see any, television, national media stations coming there? Punch, channels, NTA, everything. They have cut off. They have cut off communication on these areas. They have cut off communication. Whatever they do there, if not because of social media, nobody will hear it.
Nobody will hear it. Nobody.
If not because of social media, nobody will ever know that this kind of thing is happening. Because I look at the dailies today in that zoo, I didn't see these things. Even the attack, it is only in our platform that we heard it. This is to tell you the enormous problem and the war we have at hand. I said it and I will continue to repeat. It is only time. The time will begin to fish out these people within us. We'll begin to fish out these people. Wherever you live in Biafra land, you know them. You know them. It is only when you live with them, you know them. Do what you're supposed to do. You don't expect anybody to come and tell you what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. Our mothers should stay in their houses and they shouldn't. To avoid this kind of disgrace, to avoid this kind of humiliation, our mothers should stay at home. They should stay at home because these people, you are dealing with people with demonic intentions and hearts. People that have no souls. People that don't even respect. They don't even respect you. People that cannot respect, have single respect for women. Mothers. Is it the men that they are going to pity? Probably if it were men, they could have shot them dead and nobody will carry it up, apart from some of us through the social media.
If it were men, they will open fire.
They will open fire and slaughter all of them. That is why I said, I know these people. I know them. All of you know me. I know them. I know what they can do. Let our women stay at home. Do your normal work and support where you need to support. If you have the capacity to support where you need to support. Let our ESN control the bushes like they normally do.
But it is so, you see, sometimes it's very hard to understand how this kind of a thing will be happening. And still, you see Biafrans who are still busy gossiping, expecting you to beg them.
You see,
before a man that have his senses complete, a man that have his senses complete, your own woman will be abused in your presence. Any insult on your woman is an insult against you.
Exactly.
It's an insult, a very big insult against you. In your presence, your woman is being dehumanized. Your mother, your sister, your wife, and you can't do anything. You still expect people to beg you. You are still expecting whatever to come and beg you. Come and help ESN. Come and sponsor ESN. You are still expecting us to come online and begin to beg you. This is unbelievable.
You know, for some of our people that are, I say the only time our people have freedom to do whatever they do is when they are not in Nigeria, in that zoo. That's the only time they have. Let's say you are outside. You cannot fight. I have never seen any agitator that is fighting a country and remain in that same country. They will pluck you out and kill you. That is why all agitators are always away from that country that they are agitating against. You see, so for anybody to tell you, come back home, they are in their private rooms, it says, and so on and so forth. My brothers, my sisters, it is you that is in the house.
Exactly.
Even if I come, I only know my own local government. I know my own local government. I know my mother's village. I know how to manipulate and maneuver within that terrain. I don't know Enugu. I don't know Ebonyi. I don't know the land. I don't know the terrain. Before you can go there, somebody must lead you. These are some of the things we should understand when we begin to tell people, come back home and begin to fight. It is not an easy thing. But the people in the ground, on the ground, the people on the ground know these people that are causing this havoc. They know these people that are causing this havoc. If we don't deal with it, I don't think we will have any peace in that very place. They will continue to deal with our mothers, our aunties, our sisters, our daughters, the way they are doing. These people are heartless. I can't do that. During my active service years, I can't do that. I dare not do this.
This is what I was thinking. Is there no more rule of engagement in the military? Are there no more rule of engagement in the military and police? Are there no more rule of engagement? I thought there used to be a rule of engagement. And the most annoying is that some of them who are even from Biafra land, some of those military people, some Biafrans who are in the military uniform, why don't you at least remind your partners, remind the people who are around you that there are rules of engagement? Do not abuse a woman. We are not telling you to fight for us. At least remind your fellow soldiers, remind them that there are rules of engagement. You don't abuse women. Stand up for your people.
Mazu Chooks, you know, there is something I'm looking at now. Maybe it may sound different or sound Greek in the ears of our listeners. With the way it is going, the way the army is dealing with them now, because they do not care.
They don't care.
And the politicians are supporting them. They don't even also care. We are going to gradually lose Enugu. If care is not taken. Look, since the army are now doing what they are doing in this manner, none of them will have the heart I had when I was asked to do same in Kaduna, Southern Kaduna. None of them will have the heart I had. That is why you see them. They don't have no pity for the women, for the mothers that are there. They knelt down. They were even, doubling. They call in the army. They call them doubling. They were doubling them. Look at how they pack our mothers in that mini pickup. You see,
the disturbing thing is that some of these politicians and these people who claim to be rich, they don't know that they are the real targets. We are fighting for these idiots. They are the main target, and they're going to take them out. They will take all of them out, certainly. Do you know that after we must have raised the flag, after raising the flag in Biafra land, did you know that the zoo, they use helicopter to raise their own flag to react to what we did? In that Enugu, that is why when you make mention of losing Enugu, I remember that very video. I'm going to play the video. When you make mention of losing Enugu, after raising our flag, they took flag and they ran with helicopter around the Enugu, Nigerian flag. Let me play the video before we continue.
A fairly Nigerian flag in the Nigerian flag on a yeah 042 ndị ala a na-efegharị helicopter na-efe ha dị ebuo nke a bụ flag ndị ala a na-efegharị onto na maka na Biafra ewonyela flag here ndị ala ndị ala a na-efegharị Nigerian flag ndị ala
You saw it. This was in
yes, I've seen it. I've seen it before, and I laughed. I said, look, I say, there is something, I will give our people some words of encouragement. Although Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you didn't hear it from me, I am just re-echoing and supporting what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said before he was kidnapped in Kenya. He said they are going to kill us. We will also kill them, and at the end, Biafra will come.
Exactly.
We are going to lose people. We will lose a lot of people. The full war has not been declared. When we say full war declared, it has not been declared. They are just trying to provoke the Biafrans, those that are ready to take up the mantle to defend their mothers and fathers' land again.
That's right.
That is what they are doing. But I believe, like I said, whatever, if it is not coming from autopilot, disciple of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, do not walk towards it. That is the only thing I am going to say here today. But in the Enugu, boy, that's how when you your coach will tell you when you get into the ring, do this and do this and do that. What if the enemy does this, do this? If the enemy does like this, go this way, do this. What if the enemy did not do the same way your coach asks you to do? What will you do? You will be waiting for the enemy until he does what your coach asks you to do. And you can use your tongue to count your teeth. You have to protect your land. It's a pity that we have allowed them to pass that place. And that place is as strategic, as strategic. They are bordering Kogi. And any arrest they made, even the ISWAP commander, the suspected ISWAP, what do they call itself, of financier or whatever, they arrested at Treadmore Estate in Abuja, is from Enugu. The other one too, the ISWAP, the slinger that bombed Abuja as well, I think it's also from Kogi State. That is to tell you they are trying to settle their ring. They want to take over that place and use it as a launching pad against our area. That is what is going on. And Enugu and Ebonyi, once that place is secured by these people, or the federal government give them the leeway to do whatever they are doing, like they support, that they always do, Enugu and Ebonyi will be vulnerable. Enugu and Ebonyi will be vulnerable. The army will support them. They will do whatever they want to do. I do not know how we are going to tackle it, but I know that you, the sons and daughters of Ebonyi State and Enugu State, can change the situation. You can change the situation for yourself. As Obonye no n'ime unu, o tepụta aka n'elu ndị nọ na na-atụ aka ga-esi wee gọpụta.
That's right.
I remember what happened in the past when this ESM was there. I remember what happened. ESM moved all the way, according to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to the lower part of Benue, where they acted decisively. But when they came back, our own people pointed at them. Our own people, the same people.
Of course.
Pointed at them.
Someone just spoke about it recently. The kind of betrayal we have there. But
they pointed at them, and they
cannot afford to allow them to take any part of our land.
Yes, we will fight for it. We will fight for it. But the people on the ground must show sign of fighting for their land.
Okay, that's right. You're right.
The people on the ground must do something. Because if we don't, it is going to be difficult for us. It is not good for them to come into our land first and settle. If they settle, we'll be finding it difficult to pull them out. That is, once you allow them to build what we call defense, it will be difficult for us to put them out. The energy, the work you are going to put in to pull them out of that very place is heavier, higher than chasing them when they are trying to advance, when they are advancing into those forests. We chased them out before, they went back and regroup, they will come back. They will come back. And they will come back with the support of the army. They will not allow our people, just like they did to our mothers now, to speak out.
That's right.
They will instill fear on them. You cannot come out and speak. Then they will now begin to come in. That is the strategy. That is the strategy. You see, so this is where our people in Enugu and Ebonyi, if they really love to free themselves and secure that place and live and chase these people away, you must do something. They must. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. It is so painful. It is so painful what is going on in Biafra land. It is so painful. And the time that we are in now, everybody must have to put their hand on deck. Those people who are parading themselves as rich people in Biafra land, we are not telling you to come and announce yourself or come and present yourself or come and make a broadcast of it. There are ways you can be able to support your people on the ground. There are a lot of millionaires and billionaires out there. They are all busy anchoring their ship in the north. They are all busy anchoring their defense in the north. Forgetting that the Fulani man knows you as a Biafran. It doesn't matter the title they give you. It doesn't matter how close you are to them. Even you are going to be the first person to be taken out. You will be the first person to be taken out. You that is pretending to be a one Nigerianist. You will be the first person, the very first person to be taken out will be you. If every other person is saved, you will never ever be saved. Look at the struggle that Biafran struggle has gone to the extent, the Biafra restoration, it has gone, Mazen Nani carried to the level that everybody must begin to come on board at this particular point in time. There is no doubt that every revelation has been made about the takeover of Biafra land is a propaganda. It's no longer a propaganda. Let's assume initially they were seeing it as a propaganda. Some of them were calling Mazen Nani kind of 419. They're calling me different kind of name. But in this present time, you can see it before your own very eyes playing out. And even if you don't believe, in this time, even as we are speaking, as we are talking about this very issue of Biafra land, a peaceful state, in the northern part of Nigeria, they have already handed over the north to the terrorists. They have handed over the north to the terrorists without any challenge, without even making any effort to attack them or anything. Which some of them have confessed. The way the terror, they have even the locals have embraced the terrorists. Let me look for one video and play that video to remind people. You know, when we are talking about this, some people will be thinking that him is a joke. the situation is very, very bad. It is very, very bad. There is no more time to begin to look left and right or say do that or begin to, don't hope on anybody. The time has come for us to defend our land, and we must do so. We must do so. Because the plan is to make sure that they take over our land by fire, by force. And they will not relent until they take it over. Let me see if this is the video I'm talking about.
Are you saying that Ansaru has taken a foothold? Essentially, they are in charge of those areas, because if they're patrolling in military fatigue, then it will speak a lot about just how much free hand they have to move. Are you saying they are in charge of those communities?
Definitely they are in charge. If you go from Maganda in Bernungwari local government to Old Bernungwari up to Fontua, you will see these people, and even if you have a problem and your vehicle breaks down, these people will come to your aid, will help you to jack up your car, remove the tire, take it to a vulcanizer in a nearby village, and also come and fix it. And even some of them will give you water and they will tell you bye-bye. They will not say anything to you. The Ansaru are in charge of this route, and if they spot any armed bandit, you know, let me use, the word, although, any Fulani bandits they saw along that road, they chase them away. So they are in charge of that road. Presently, I'm talking to you, that is how that road is. And that road is more secured than Kaduna to Bernungwari, because the Ansaru were in charge of that Bernungwari-Fontua road. And that is why you have them. They are very, very prominent. They are very prominent in Bernungwari area, in the eastern part of Bernungwari, and some part of Giwa local government, notably in 6 wards of Giwa local government, notably Kidandan, Galadimawa, Kadage, Yakawada, and to some extent Panhoya. These are the places that you find this Ansaru. And also you have the bandits on the other side who are on the forest of UAC forest, where they have their farms.
Let me get this right, Mr. Abdurauf. So you're saying that Ansaru, which is a terrorist group, am I right?
Yes.
So you're saying that, 1, they are in charge, 2, they're providing security for the communities such that they are now the ones fighting against the bandits. Am I right?
Yes.
Are the people okay with this? Do they like this arrangement?
Well, the people, are taking it. It's just like a kind of, it's a situation whereby this one is a devil. You prefer a devil than also, to have, somebody that will come and, molest you or even take over, your community. This Ansaru present, as I'm telling you, is very, very prominent. Everybody who follow that road will feel secured, but the locals there, they have been indoctrinated into this kind of ideology of this splinter group. So that is what is happening in the whole of eastern part of Bernungwari, from Maganda, as I said, to Old Bernungwari, to Kuyalo, to Dogwandawa, to Kazage, and also Kutebeshi. Therefore, you go to Idasu Ward in Giwa local government area, and also some part of Kidandan Ward, you find all these, terrorists, there. And the people feel more secured to be with those terrorists, Ansaru, than with the bandits.
You just had it. Did you see how this man was praising the terrorists?
Yes. You see, this is what they do. All of them, there is no bigger devil or the smaller devil. No. This is what they do. The system that they are operating now, that they are telling you that they are chasing the other people away, is an RNG. They might kill them, yes, but they call it Takia. Deceit. That is what it is.
You see, the presenter reminded him. The presenter reminded him. You are talking about a terrorist group, Ansaru, a terrorist group.
Let me tell you how they work. You see, when when there are two of them, their ideology is one. What is the ideology? Forget about Boko Haram, Western education is. Forget about that. Islamic religion and the Sharia establishment.
Exactly.
Simple. Islamic religion and Sharia establishment. That's all. They share both, irrespective of difference. They have different sects in Islam, but all of them holds on to Sharia. And whatever that benefits other benefits, they can fight within themselves, within these sects, the Sunni, the Shiite, the other one. There are plenty of them. I think there are so many of them. The major one are this one that I'm telling you about. That is Ezezaki Shiite and the Buhari Sunni. So they never settle. They say one betrayed one when their late prophet died. It was the Shah that's supposed to take over, but the Sunni overthrew them and do some kind of coup. And the other one, they took it from the other one. And this one, since that time, they have never settled. They don't see eyeball to eyeball. That is why you see what is going on between the Shiite Muslim in the north and the Sunni. Now, when they come, they will deceive the people. They will come, they will offer you that friendship. The people that are supposed to protect the people, which is the government, are also in support of whatever they are. When you go and read, look at T.Y. Danjuma's pronouncements, and me I know what they are doing as well. They will come, they will disguise themselves as the lamb. They will come into you. As they come into you, doing all these things for you, you think that they love you. And they will begin to indoctrinate you. Once they now pass through that stage of indoctrination, brainwashing, they will now begin to hypnotize them. Some they will use hard drugs and the rest of them. Some they use their normal, juju and things. Then you begin to follow them the way they want to. And thereby they will, they have taken over that particular place. Look at what the man said there. That even if you are car gospel, they will take it out and do the services for you. Why are they doing it? They are buying your trust.
God.
They are buying your trust, and that is how they work. So now the people will say, oh, instead of us to call the government to come and help us, these ones are doing it better than the government. Let's work with these people. It finished. It is done there. Once the people now begin to speak in this way, and they must surely speak in that way, as long as these people are there, it's gone. They are gone. They have taken over that place. That is how they work. And they will now use, they will use the products of their hard labor now, which are these gullible people that have taken now, to fight their neighbors. They will not fight, they will be leading, but they will use these people. Let's say, God forbid, if let's say they did it in Enugu State, now they will use the Enugu people now to fight the Anambra. That is what they do. So by the time you begin to kill yourself, by the time you begin to kill yourself, you are reducing your numbers, you are reducing your strength, you'll be forced to agree, make peace, and they will take over and they establish their emirate. Simple. That place is gone. That place is gone. This is how they did to the Hausa majority in the north. To today, they've never been the same. It is the same thing that they are fighting over there. Don't be surprised or let nobody deceive you. The reason why Boko Haram headquarters is in Maiduguri, Borno State, the Kanuri Empire was the only empire in the north that the Fulani, the Emirates, did not capture. So our people must learn from what this man is saying. Do you think when they were building that biggest Islamic structure, organization or whatever they put it in Enugu, do you think that they were joking? They have invested a lot of money in there, and they will want that. That is why you see that constant attack. They have recruited our own people into their own folds. Our own people now are answering Alhaji, Imam, Sheikh, with their Igbo name, with their Biafran name to it. And they are now translating the Quran in Igbo language. What do you think that is? It is a gradual thing. But God brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As they capture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu illegally, he also raised Simon Ekpa and people like you. And I have other women that are online doing what they're supposed to do. They failed this time. The way they did it over there, our people will not allow them to do it. That is why I agree with you. Even if they take over that place, we will cleanse that land. We will cleanse Nugu. Absolutely. Thank you, and God bless you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much, my brother. The reason why, one of the main reasons why I played that video is that our people should be able to understand. Those are our people who doesn't want to support the struggle, who doesn't want to support the ESN, should begin to think. This kind of a thing is happening in a state in Nigeria where they have a governor. Terrorists are taking over. Somebody is coming on national television to say it openly that they are okay with the terrorists. They have a governor. They have people who are representing them in the Senate. And you have never had one day that military go to that place and bomb them. You have never had one day that military abuse them in that area. But in Biafra land, where your own brothers are asking for a legitimate thing, self-determination is the right of every human being on the planet Earth. International law supports self-determination. African Chartered law supports self-determination. Nigerian law itself supports self-determination. Your brothers and sisters, mothers are asking for this, and you send military on them. Where is your soul? Where is your soul? That is why I played that video for them to, you know, when we are saying certain things, people will think we are making it up. There are certain things you will see, you will get angry. You begin to wonder, who are these people who claim to be your elites? Who are these people who claim to be your leaders? Who are these people? From which planet are they coming from? Are we not in the same country? They supposedly won Nigeria. In the northern part, they handed over a region. You see somebody confess, that was in a channel television, on national TV. On national TV, you didn't hear any emergency broadcast anywhere. You didn't hear any emergency meeting. You didn't see them call an emergency meeting to attack them. You didn't hear any bombing. You look at the way the man was interviewing him. The man, even the interviewer, even made it clear. Maybe the man forgot that he's talking about a terrorist. He told him, "Do you realize you are talking about a terrorist group, Ansaru?" The man said yes. That the people are comfortable with it. They're okay with it. And that is why you don't hear anything about. But in Biafra land, what crime have we committed? Asking for a legitimate right that the whole world supports, that their own law interest support.
Mazuchu, see, something happened in Kaduna. That time it was Mekarifi that was there. Ahmed Mekarifi, former governor of Kaduna State. A particular area, this is along Zaria Road. The army went in there. Something happened. The army went in there. I didn't go for that operation that time. So, supposing I was there or I was appointed to lead, it wouldn't happen the way it happened. Mekarifi, with his convoy, entered that place. The GOC that time was one DK. I don't know whether you've heard of him, Brigadier General DK. It was the GOC, the first son, true son, whose mother is Igbo, whose father is Igbo, everything is Igbo, that was appointed a general officer commanding one mechanized infantry division, Kaduna. And this thing, it was later on that was this guy Obasanjo's time. He was summoned. This man has to explain why the soldiers went there. Who among them in Biafra land would do that? Who among them? Is it Governor Ugwuanyi? Is it Soludo? Is it Omahi? Is it Okezi Ikpeazu, where they call him Melangembo? I don't know whether you know the meaning of Melangembo. Melangembo, and he does it to Umuwanyi. Young girls, Melangembo, Maranganye Dinana before. That is the AKA in Abia State. Or the Supreme Court organizer. Are these ones the ones that will come out and say, no, what you are doing to my people, you cannot do it? I believe if they do this, irrespective of how bad and dangerous Wike is to our own people, people, and the rest of them, if the soldiers go to Ikwere land and do this thing, do you think that Wike will keep quiet?
Of course, he will not.
He will not keep quiet. That man will not keep quiet. The only problem I have with him is giving order for the killing of our own people. That's why I have a problem with him.
Because of his selfish ambition, which he never achieved.
Yes, and he was betrayed. He was paid in his own coin.
And
who among them in Southeast? Who among them, the governors, name one that have the balls to say, oh no, you cannot do this to my people. These people elected me. They are my own people. You cannot just go in there. And they have the power to do that. They have the power to do that.
Of course, they have the power.
A civilian governor.
Are you not seeing Benue State governor? Are you not seeing Benue State governor every time shouting?
Every day coming up. But our own people, they are just like, I don't know, even the self are very stronger than them.
So you see, initially people when they come. Initially, what we hear is that Yoruba people are coward. Yoruba people are nonsense.
Didn't I tell you this before? Didn't I tell you this before in Sister Linda TV show?
Who told you that Yoruba people are the bravest people you can think of today?
I'm telling you,
very calculative.
Hi. You see, I told you this. I said this in Linda TV show the other time. So many of them were accusing me on the comment section. Why should I say that? Look, it was Abacha that said it, that if you see a Yoruba man, shouting a drum of war, beating the drum of war, go back to sleep. Today, if a Yoruba man is beating the drum of war, go back to sleep and see what will happen.
Let them sleep. Let them go and sleep.
They are tipping you. They are going to keep you awake. It is our people now. If not that God raised Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who among them will do? They will be coming. In fact, they will be coming into and taking our beautiful daughters and marrying them out.
Just imagine now. Just imagine, even with the presence of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, somebody who's supposed to stand for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have all of a sudden turned to a saboteur. Somebody who is standing for him in the court, all of a sudden, the kind of white man decided to begin to sell out. That
is the kind of people we have in Igbo land. Some of them, not all of them, these are the kind, and our people are so stingy.
Some of the idiots.
Nobody called you to come and carry, and you have the money. They have the money. Support. That thing that you cannot do, let your money do it for you. No matter how small support. But they prefer to pay ransom. They prefer to raise money with this 6 hours, 3 hours. They raise 100 million and pay to this. Shoot, they go with it.
Look at our Oduduwa brothers. At least, why Oduduwa people stand more chance and they are much more confident? At least in Oduduwa land, you will never see their governors talking against them or bringing military against them. Have you ever heard that Amoteku went somewhere and shot somebody? Where did you hear that? Have you ever had any protest against Amoteku? No. Even when they had an open confrontation with the military, they break their cars and tell them, put back the emblem. We didn't hear that the military went there to shoot anybody. They dare not
They
shoot anybody.
don't see Igbo people finish. They see us finish.
But in Biafra
Through
land,
our idiotic politicians.
your own governor will come out and we be bragging. We'll be bragging. We'll be bragging. And we go to some place and bomb the place. In the national TV, and we go and his own people, he want to go and bomb them. Look at Enugu State. Enugu State that are still mourning. Enugu State that are still mourning, and somebody still have the guts to come in that mourning stage, in that mourning situation, and begin to abuse women. And they have a governor. They have House of Assembly members. The Ohanes and Igbo is there.
The Ohanes and
They packed our women in a truck. They packed our women in a truck. Mothers who are not committed anything. What crime have they committed? Protesting that you should stop killing their children. And you came against them, and nobody is speaking. It is so painful. It's so painful that I don't know the language you will use to talk to these people. Because we are not even telling them to go to the war front. We are not telling you to come and fight. All you have to do the thing you need to do. If it is support, financial support, do it on the ground. Nobody's going to mention your name. The defense we are talking about, it will benefit them more. If you think that because the Nigerian government gave you one policeman to stand behind you, it is that policeman that will blow off your head. The same way they killed Aguironsi. Aguironsi, who was trying to protect one Nigeria. When they were telling him he refused to reorganize your security, he refused. Because he so loved one Nigeria, he used the Northerners as around himself. At the end of the day, is it not his own person that killed him?
Yes.
They murdered Aguironsi. If Aguironsi can be murdered by his security, you think that the real security will protect you? Who are you? Who the hell are you? That you'll be feel protected. The only security we have today that you can be confident of is the ESN, and that is why they are using their military to fight the ESN on daily basis, making sure that the ESN have distraction. But I tell you, that's how the ESN cannot force us to go into that game prematurely. When the time comes, as we are making the countdown, as we are doing the countdown, when the time comes, they are definitely going to hear from us.
Yes, I support you. I support you, Brother Chooks, and the jungle has never matured yet. So what I see that they are doing now is that show of force to make us believe that they are in charge. If you do, we'll deal with you. But I would like to assure our people, it is not going to be business as usual.
Never, ever.
Yes, the only thing I will tell my people right now before I leave is this. I would just want them to be calm. They want to drag us out. They want to drag us out when it is not due. We must do everything at least to endure it. And for this purpose, I said it before, I think a month or 2 months ago, that our people must be careful what they do. Be careful what you do and who you talk to.
That's right.
Please, be careful what to do. Be the spy by yourself. You can also be a spy on your own self. We want to know the people that are doing this, these people that are selling us within your community there. A stranger cannot move from Medugri uniform and come back and know you are surrounded more than you.
I wonder.
It's never done. It's never done. You know your terrain. You know all the nooks and crannies of your town. You know how to deal with most of the issues like this. And you will take care of them little by little. They say, a drop of water makes a mighty ocean.
That's
little
right.
by little. We don't need it big time. Just little by little. Do what you can. And protect your land. Protect your father's land. Me, I call my side my mother's land. Protect your father's land. That is where God has placed you, where he placed your ancestors that are gone. Place those people again that defended that land, 1967 and to this time. It is our turn to do that. It is our turn to do that. Protect your land, my people. And as you do that, may God continue to protect you and bless you more. The more they chase you, the more you progress. If Igbo tribe is a tribe that can be, cornered or cowed or, destroyed, by now they must have destroyed Biafra. They must have destroyed Biafran people. But God told them, no, these people are my own people. You cannot. They took everything that they had after the war. What did they give them? 20 pounds. Who are the cornerstones of the economy in that zoological republic now? Production, manufacturing. Is it not the same people? They gave 20 pounds. My people, it is only you if you don't know who you are. If you do not know who you are, that is the time you'll be making serious mistakes. But once you realize that you are a Biafran, let me speak Igbo speaking Biafran, and that you are you have something in common with those in the riverine areas, and begin to trace your root and reconcile amongst yourselves, the Fulani Caliphate will not overpower you. They will not overwhelm you. Never. Right now, they control the space. They control everywhere in that space, giving opportunity to their foot soldiers to begin to march into our land. We must defend our land. And as you do that, may God Almighty continue to bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much. So, my people, it's not a child's play. What we are speaking about is something that concerns every one of us, and every hand must be on deck. The stage that we are now is not a stage where you wait for somebody to beg you, to come and beg you. That is where we are. Everybody have to put their hand on the deck. This defense of Biafra land has to be, everybody has to participate in the defense of Biafra land. If you are in Biafra land today, begin to plan on how to defend yourself. So many tips have been given by the dragon. So many tips have been given by our spokesman, Master Simon Ekpa. He have told you so many things to do in this critical time. As Biafra is drawing closer, faster and closer, Biafra is drawing closer. Let me tell you, our timetable will never change. Our timetable will never change. And the zoo cannot provoke us into changing our timetable. Never. All you have to do is to prepare yourself. As we are marching closer, walking into Biafra, prepare yourself. A lot of information have been given. Stock up food for yourself. Stock up food that can last for you at least 1 month. Stock up. A time might come when the only way to secure yourself is to stay indoor. You don't need to come out. Stock up food for yourself. But I promise you that it can never ever be like 1967. It will never ever be. They cannot give us any blockade in the air. They can't give us any blockade in the air. They can't give us any blockade on land. They can't give us any blockade on the sea. They can't give us any blockade on the media. We are in charge. All you have to do is to play your own part. Secure yourself. If you know any defense you can give to yourself as a human being, protect yourself and defend. Don't wait until when your head is off before you begin to defend yourself. Do not wait. And if you are those who is still accumulating wealth for yourself, you are still bothered about wealth. Let me tell you, it is only the living that will talk about wealth. It is only the living that will talk about wealth. That wealth you are securing to build land, to buy land, that to occupy people's land, to buy, including the land that you not use. You are buying land, occupying for your great-grandchildren. What you have to do today, if you have sense, is to prepare a sane nation for your unborn children. That is the greatest gift you can give to your generation. To give them a free nation. To remove them from eternal slavery. That is the greatest gift you can give to your generation. And if you are still busy accumulating wealth for yourself, answering name, taking title, or chirora, you are a madman. You don't know what you are doing. You are deceiving, and that name you are taking is what is going to kill you. Simply because they gave you a security. You lost your mind. You lost your mind. We are shouting of support of ESN. You will not support ESN, but when they kidnap you, within a few minutes, you will raise millions and give to them. But sponsor a legitimate group, a legitimate security outfit that you know will stand for you and fight and make sure that your land is defended. To the extent that you have your eternal freedom, you don't want it. You prefer paying ransom. Don't worry. You think it's every time that your ransom can pay you. So you don't know that so many people pay ransom and at the same time they kill them. Some people pay ransom, they collect the ransom and still they lose their life. So if you are hoping and bragging because you can pay ransom, after all they catch you, you have your ransom in your boot, you can pay. In most cases, they collect ransom and still they kill the people. And remember the message of Obuda Malafia. Those of you who claim to be rich, those of you who claim to be popular, those of them who claim to be elite, remember the message of Obuda Malafia. They are going to begin to take out the popular people. Those people who claim to be the rich people, those who claim to be the pronounced people, those who claim to have security, they move with convoy. I don't want, you know them, all those people who claim to be billionaires, they are going to be the main targets. It is the revelation that killed Obuda Malafia. Of blessed memory, may his soul rest in peace. Obuda Malafia, it was his revelation that killed him. Those of you who are saying, let me play the video again. It is good to play it over and over again. And we continue to play it so that if you are sleeping, maybe, just maybe, you might wake up. Because we are trying to save as many lives as we can. It is never our desire that any Biafran should lose his life. But if you choose to commit suicide, that is for you. Listen to the message of Obuda Malafia once again.
Which is it for you, Dr. Obadiah? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Okay. How would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They are already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They are everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
I hope you had it clear. I hope you had it expressly clear. This was the revelation that made them to kill this man. Because of this exposition, this man lost his life. May his soul rest in peace. That their plan is to begin to execute on this stage 2. They will begin to execute every prominent man. So all these idiots that are parading themselves as prominent people in Biafra land, their days are numbered. Their days are numbered. This is a strategic plan by the caliphate, that on the stage 2, they will begin to eliminate all these prominent men that are parading themselves as billionaires and millionaires. They will begin to eliminate them. And when we call them to support the ESN, when we call them to build a defense, they don't want to pay attention. They still want us to begin to beg. You know, even if we are not telling you to come out openly, there are ways to make your donations. Make your donations secretly. Do your donations secretly. Your secret will be maintained. People will keep it silent. It must not be disclosed to anybody. Give your support secretly to the ESN for your future, for your unborn children, for yourself to defend you. The cry we are crying online every day, it concerns you, yourself, you. It concerns you much more than any other person. But you wouldn't listen, of course, because they gave you one policeman to stand behind you and you think you are safe. Shame on you. Shame on you. You heard it from Budaya Melafia about the war that they planned in 2022. This is that 2022. 2022 is what you are saying too. And if not for the ESN that is pushing them back for a very long time, if not for Mazen Nande Kanu that is holding them back, a lot would have gone wrong. But because there is still somebody whom they can look up, when they hear his voice, they will know that somebody is paying attention. There is still a voice they will hear and they will be shaking. Mazen Nande Kanu have given you all the tools to protect yourself. What are you doing? Our Supreme Mazen Nande Kanu gave us all the tools to defend Biafran land, even in his absence, to make sure that Biafra comes. Even in his absence. But what do you see? The people who were supposed to utilize those tools to actualize Biafra, they begin to use it against Biafran people. They begin to destroy the tools. They begin to make sure that Mazen Nande Kanu has not been released. But I tell you, nobody can stop the coming out of Mazen Nande Kanu. He's going to come out at the right time. Once the time is right, Mazen Nande Kanu is going to join us, and no man born of a woman can stop it. It doesn't matter how you try. Just stop trying. You cannot stop it. Mazen Nande Kanu will definitely join us, and very, very soon. If you're in Biafra land, pay attention to information. Mazen Samuel Epa have advised you several times. Put yourself in a group. Form a group. Mazen Samuel Epa have made that call several times. He told the market leaders, form group. You can call it a cell group. You can call it a security group. Call it whatever. Form a response group. In your villages where you are, in your community, in your street, form a response group to defend yourself. Form a response group. If you hear something, you say something. Move in group. When you hear the cry of your brother, run out to know what is happening. When you have an information, pass it to your brother. On Rubewan Naban also. On Rubewan Naban also, that was how we survived for 3 years war against the whole world. Against the world powers, we survived 3 years. And it ended no victory, no vanquish. Today, we have more strength. We have more experience. We have more knowledge. We have more wealth than we had in those days. Why would we allow the uncircumcised Philistines to take our land? Why would we allow our land to fall into the hands of the enemies? Mazen Nande Kanu have said it time and time again that no inch of Biafra land will be lost to any enemy. We cannot lose any inch. It doesn't matter the kind of saboteur we have. They can continue to sabotage, including Enugu State that they are planning to take over. No matter how they plan in Enugu State, we are going to face them head on. And I can tell you, even as you're watching, something is going on in Enugu. Something is already going on in Enugu. We cannot stop. Regardless the saboteurs they have, to hell with them. Any place that is marked as Biafran land, no inch of our land, nobody, we cannot leave any Biafran person behind. Any place where the mothers are tying 2 pieces of wrapper, none of those places will be left behind. We are going with them. And no man born of a woman can stop it. Every hand must be on deck. Stop waiting for Master Simon Epa to beg you to make donation. If you are not angry for what is happening today, the way our women are being abused and dehumanized, the way our mothers are being dehumanized, if you watch that video and you are not angry, that means you're not human. That means you're not human. You don't have conscience in you. You don't have conscience. If you watch that video and you are not provoked, you don't have conscience in you. I'm going to play it again. Let us look through the way our mothers.
No, you know what I'm going to say.
We then go back. Somebody to volunteer to tell us the truth so that we know how to do.
Now who now?
When I never brought those people. You see what happened? After. They say the borehole, not the water. I noticed sometimes they say, bring that. Whether the person will come back or not. No, you know what I'm going to say?
We don't go back.
Okay, oh, that's what they're going to do.
Fellow Biafrans, we must have to sit up. We cannot continue to condone this. If after watching these videos you're not moved, that means you don't have conscience in you. The provocation is so much. The abuse and dehumanization is too much. No sensible person, no sensible human being will watch his mother, his daughter, his wife dehumanized in this form and he will remain the same. Nobody. No sensible person that has conscience will watch this video the way our women have been treated and you remain the same. If you remain the same, it means you're not human. We must have to rise up now and do the needful. Thank Chukwu that will have people who have volunteered to secure the land. We have volunteers who are ready and willing, people that have put their life on the line to make sure that Biafran is being defended. All they are asking for is for the tools. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Why wouldn't you go ahead and give them the tools to defend the land? What are you waiting for? The time has come for us to defend Biafra land, and we must defend Biafra land. Before we end this broadcast, I'm going to play another video. Let us hear directly from Mazen Nandekan, the word Mazen Nandekan have for us. Because some of us tend to forget. So many things we are speaking about today, Mazen Nandekan have said it long time ago. Long time ago. But the people who are supposed to build on that foundation have decided to throw away the foundation. The only man standing today, building on the foundation of Mazen Nandekan, is our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Epa. And may Chukwu continue to keep him. Let us hear from Mazen Nandekan. The message
capitulated because of your tribal affiliations or religious considerations. They managed to divide each and every one of you. But today you must make up your mind what you want to do. Do you want to change your lives, or do you want to continue residing in a damnable zoological republic with no hope, way or means out of the mess that you're in? Why can't we change our lives? Those who are telling you that a revolution is not the best way to go about it, ask them, how come Russia is advanced today? How come the United Kingdom, Britain is advanced today? How come Germany is advanced today? How come France is advanced? How come Spain is advanced? How come the United States of America, of course, the greatest country on this very earth, is where they are today? Is because in each and every of these countries, there was a revolution. Either a violent overthrow of a very corrupt and inept regime, or there was what I would refer to as intellectual revolution. In Africa, none of these appears to be present at the moment. Those of them that commenced the NSAS protest tried as much as they can, but the forces that be overwhelmed them, the forces of darkness, the forces of hate, the forces of retrogression, the forces of iniquity prevailed, especially with the help of their journalists and their media houses. But this time around, we must prepare ourselves. But before we do so, we must ask this very important question. Are we all prepared for this very change that is about to come? Are we mentally tough enough to withstand all the garbage that will be thrown at us? Are you strong enough to jettison every emotional consideration that has to do with tribe, ethnicity, or religion? Once we are able to overcome all of this nonsense, believe you me, this very next phase of revolution will stand, and stand very, very strongly. Everybody knows that Nigeria is a scam, a very big one at that. Nigeria is being run by an extremist bunch of dictators called the presidency. All of you know this. Everybody understands this very fact that Buhari is no more. You know that Buhari is dead. Everybody knows. But those still perpetuating this very myth that Buhari is alive are those pinning their hopes on 2023. So this is a collection of odd bedfellows. These are people who are determined by every means available to cling on to power, to continue to impoverish you, to continue to allow terrorists from all across the Sahel to occupy your farmlands and your forests. They rape your mothers, they abduct your sisters, they kill your traditional rulers, they kill the daughters of your prominent men, and you do nothing about it because their only consideration is to keep you focused on this very elusive, better Nigeria to come. You and I know that Nigeria can never, ever be better. We know that very well. The whole world understands that Nigeria can never, ever be better. Why are you pinning your hopes on it? You're pinning your hopes on it so you can go to Dubai, like Atiku and the rest of them, and buy houses for your wives and your concubines. You are doing so because you think it's the turn of your village to eat money. And I have consistently asked this question. Biden, that has just been confirmed as the US president, is he from your village? Boris Johnson from the United Kingdom, is he from your village? Is Angela Merkel from your ethnic group? I'm asking you in the zoo. But you prefer to live in all these countries, which means that ethnicity is irrelevant. What matters is the policies being pursued by any specific or particular government or regime, not where they come from. When people tell you nonsense about it is our turn, why don't we wait till 2023? They are only deceiving you. And if you allow yourselves to be deceived, things can only get worse. Fulani terrorists will take over your land. Time and time again, I have warned you on this very matter, but some of you never ever listened. I told our Yoruba friends that this thing you're supporting.
You heard from our Spring Amazon and Dekano. This is a straight message to every one of us. If you don't know the reason why you must stand up and support the ESN, after listening to Mazen Nandekan, you begin to see reasons. Mazen Nandekan have said it all. I have nothing else to add to the message that Mazen Nandekan has just given. May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to keep us strong. May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to protect and guide every one of us in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okikabiyama guide and protect every Biafran, wherever you might be on the planet Earth. May Chukwu Okikabiyama guide and protect all the Oduduwa people. May Chukwu Okikabiyama guide and protect all the Middle Beltans. Guide and protect all the security outfits in Biafra land that are genuinely fighting for Biafra. The ESN, the Volunteer Force, the BNL, the BNG. May Chukwu Okikabiyama guide and protect every one of them. May Chukwu Okikabiyama guide and protect the Umuada. Guide and protect Madam Azuka. Guide and protect Sunday Igboho and Professor Akintoye. May Chukwu Okikabiyama guide and protect everyone that is genuinely fighting for freedom. May Chukwu Okikabiyama guide and protect our media warriors and media team that are working hard on a daily basis. May Chukwu Okikabiyama guide and protect them. May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to guide and protect our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is making waves in all angles. May Chukwu Okikabiyama guide and protect him, secure him, give him more mental toughness, give him more grace, wisdom, knowledge, understanding to continue to fight until the last minute. May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to guide and protect Spring Leader Mazi Nandekano. Guide him, protect him, secure him, and bring him back to us very soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Simon Ekpa shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nandekano shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nandekano shall prosper. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everybody who has played a role on this very program today. Thank you so much, and I will join you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okikabiyama. Thank you so much, and stay blessed. See you again.
Ole que uba
tobe no hineke, ekele digina, isena.
And I will announce to you today, we are now fighting them back. And we will continue to fight them back until we get to a point where the international community will listen to how they kill us and how we pick up arms to fight back.
We are live and we are direct.
Zoo is panicking. Zoo is panicking.
I tell you the truth. It doesn't. I don't care who you are. I don't care.
I will be. I have not just. I will. I have become your last bus stop. And said it from the beginning till now. I will be your end until Biafra come. Ichigo munu pachikem. Munyo nite. I don't see you there. Unu ga no gide there until Biafra will come.
And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
Vamos a